Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me today. I'm Jamiee and I'm from SPACE10. And SPACE10 is a research and design lab based in Copenhagen on a mission to enable better everyday life for people and planet. And the office and the way of working is very open and collaborative, and it actually acts as an interface for innovation for IKEA. And the space itself actually allows the team to explore and experiment with everything from new ways to grow food, manufacturing methods, and has spaces to test and try new technologies as well. And the projects itself actually range from exploring the future of food and mobility, and how we can look at creating new energy systems, and as well as build communities both digitally and physically as well. And the output also ranges from physical prototyping to online reports and creating speculative visions as well. So beginning with research, it's of course where we begin, and we start by trying to ask these big questions and find the patterns in the chaos which this world is, especially in 2020. And we always approach research as being playful and insightful, creating projects which are as accessible, interactive, and as tangible as possible for the many people. And once we've identified a problem or a key challenge that we want to solve, we set up a team to ideate on solutions that can be piloted, hopefully, and with the aim to create real impact. And for us, this is really important that, we design inclusive and circular and sometimes digitally enabled solutions for both people and planet, and making sure that people and planet are side by side and equal in that way. And then culture is the third and quite an important pillar, which aims to build community, but also learn from experts from the world around us to kind of inspire and engage a network of people. We try and facilitate an active discussion as often as possible and create dialogue about these important topics that we're exploring. We do this by hosting a lot of different events, and could be festivals, dinners, but we also heavily utilize our online presence as well to reach the community beyond Denmark. So my focus while at SPACE10 was to explore new ways of living together, and we call this shared living. And for me, this has a very broad meaning. It means everything from sharing space to finance, energy, food, mobility, and even skills and services as well. And we saw this as an opportunity to tackle some of the global challenges that we face. And this could be rapid urbanization, unsustainable building practices, unaffordable housing, aging populations, and loneliness, just to name a few. And all of these problems, as you all know, are very complex and systemic. So part of the project was actually figuring out how we can make this a narrative that is easy to communicate and understand as well. And we spent 2 years learning essentially from the world around us by creating different projects. One of them was an online interactive survey called One Shared House 2030. And actually, almost 30,000 people from 147 countries actually participated and showed us how, by creating something engaging and playful and accessible, you can really gain insights from a broad spectrum of people, which can then inform your decision-making going forward. We also did a lecture series where we invited experts in and our community, collaborated with universities and museums actually, and also published learnings in a visual report called Imagine Magazine. There's also a podcast as well. And so together with Effect Architects, a partner that we brought on board, we condensed all those insights and learnings into a vision called the Urban Village Project. And it's essentially a project which explores how to design, build, and share our future homes and neighborhoods. And all with the importance of promoting happier and healthier ways of shared living, all while being more affordable and resource efficient as well. So we prioritize combining affordability, livability, and sustainability into one fully integrated solution. And the result envisions cross-generational and diverse shared living communities in the hearts of our cities, and very much focusing on a mixed-use strategy that would support the local community and the surrounding neighborhood as well. And it was very important for us to ensure that there was a mix of private spaces and shared spaces as well. So making sure that people can be part of a private home wherever they want to, but also then a social lifestyle and a community when they're able to as well. And the private spaces was designed in a way to help integrate sustainability and make it an easy part of your everyday life. So helping you to grow your own food, harvest water, power your energy through solar, and even directly integrate composting, for example, into your kitchen. And so adding the importance then of connecting you not only with your neighbors, but with your neighborhood as well. And this could also be local businesses or the surrounding community, not necessarily just your neighbors. And the program of these public spaces would be curated on the existing facilities, organizations or services that were existing in the area. And this, of course, could be a museum space or could act as a some kind of like outpost for a local or national museum as well. And to tie this all together, we looked at designing a digital tool or infrastructure that would not only connect people to their home to understand how much energy they're using, for example, but also the community around them, as well as actually looking at how you could create offers or incentives and discounts, for example, for the community to then interact with the neighborhood around them and the organizations and building a network through that as well. And so what I've shown you today is a kind of really bite-sized part of the project. But I wanted to end on this slide. I'm actually leaving SPACE10 and going on new adventures, but this still shows the approach and ethos which I think is important in this project, but also going forward. So looking at how we can understand the kind of complex shifts around us, co-create strategies with a strong network of partners, with the hope to engage a new generation of climate leaders, and also then, of course, share impactful ideas and knowledge to really instigate behavior change and demand for climate-focused products and services. So my provocation was, how do you turn these complex, multifaceted challenges we face as a global community into engaging, relatable, and tangible outputs that can, really inspire a new generation of climate-conscious leaders? Thanks.